I've been traveling on a boat, on a plane, in a car, on a bike, on a bus and a train. Traveling here, traveling there, in every road, in every gear. But oh Lord, you pay the price in the spin of a wheel and the roll of a dice. Oh yeah, you pay your fare, but if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there.
Hi, welcome to our video about a little bit of Kampot and also Mapai Bay on Koh Rong Sanloem. Before we went to Kampot, my friend Becca recommended that we stay at a place called Arcadia. She basically said the words water park, and then I booked the accommodation. They had this sort of makeshift water park. It was so much fun. A lot of it looked sketchy, and when you were climbing up to the top of it or on it, felt like it was just gonna fall apart. But it was just a good laugh. It was nice to it was quite hot as well, so it was nice to sort of get in the water. So there was a massive slide. It was called the blob, so it was like a giant pillow and you sit at one end, someone jumps and sort of launches you into the air. That was really fun. It took Jim about 30 attempts to get to the end, but he persevered and he did it in the end. And yeah, there was just sort of like various things to dive off and like some big donuts so you could sort of sit in and float as well. So it was just really fun, and we ended up spending I think like 6 hours on one of the days just hanging around there, so that was really cool. Whilst we were at Arcadia, we met a few really lovely people, one of which being Callum from Sydney, and Jim managed to convince him to get his first tattoo, so that was quite interesting.
How are you feeling?
I'm ready. I'm nervous, but I'm ready.
They went to, I didn't get one, they went to a really talented woman called Tase, and she did some really beautiful like tattoos on them with hand poking, so that was really nice. I kind of wish I got one now because they turned out really well, so regrets.
Bye Tash!
Bye!
After Kampot, we went to Koh Rong Sanloem and we stayed in a little village called Mapai Bay. I'd heard some good things about it and we thought maybe we'd initially spend a couple of days there, but we ended up spending 8 nights and very easily could have spent a lot more had we not sort of had places to be. We stayed at a place called Bonsai, which was run by 2 lovely guys called Neil and Marcus, who were wonderful hosts. And the actual accommodation itself was really, really nice and clean, nice place to sleep. But also, we just met some incredible people, so it had a really nice social atmosphere. So Callum and Alec, who we were in Kampot with, came to Bonsai as well, so it was nice that they were there. But we also met a guy called Jon from England and Sarah from Canada as well as other people that sort of came and went whilst we were there for those 8 nights. And yeah, also there was a pool table, so that got quite a lot of use whilst we were there as well.
Callum, do you want to get in the pool?
Sure, man.
On one of the days we were there, we went on Clayton's boat tours, and it was basically a snorkeling trip around the island. So we went to a few different spots, we saw some cool stuff, we saw the biggest sea urchins I've ever seen. They looked like really cool, also a bit intimidating, did not put my feet down at all. And we saw a flat sea worm swimming, and that was really cute. It sort of followed us at one point, which is sweet. And Jim also saw a scorpionfish as well, which we were told that they're actually poisonous, so if you accidentally stand on them, you can be in a lot of pain, so thankfully he just saw it, didn't stand on it. And we spent a couple of hours on Sunset Beach, and it was just like paradise. It was a really nice sort of cafe and bar that we could get some food and loads of hammocks everywhere, go for a bit of a swim, so that was cool. And on the trip, Alex showed us his insane diving skills, where basically he'd dive down and he just sort of disappeared into the abyss because he can dive so deep. A little bit jealous. one of the things that there is to do on Mapai Bay is walk to Clearwater Bay. It's about a 45-minute walk, but it's quite cool because the walk is through the jungle. So whilst you're walking there, you see monkeys and lots of other weird and wonderful like bugs and trees and plants and stuff. And the actual bay itself, like obviously the water is very clear, but yeah, it's quite quiet, quite serene. There was quite a bit of litter, not actually necessarily on the beach, but sort of washed up just past it, which was a bit of a shame. But Jim did a bit of a beach clean-up, so tried to make it look a bit nicer. So yeah, that was quite a nice sort of like a day trip from Mapai Bay. As I said before, we so easily could have spent more than 8 nights there. When you find yourself on a beautiful island, there's a beach, great weather, great hostel, great people, great food, it's really hard to leave. It took a lot for us to finally say goodbye to people. And it was sad to leave as well, you know, we didn't want to sort of say goodbye, but hopefully we will be seeing people again soon-ish, and hopefully visiting the village again soon as well. That's it, I'm gonna go because it's so hot in this room and I need to put the fan on, but Jim won't let me whilst we're recording the video. Okay. That'll annoy you later when you're listening and suddenly there's a big clap. I don't think you can have any bloopers on this one, Jim, I'm just gonna be too good.